So I thought it might be fun to use the GoPro to do a quick video tour of the kitchen. Don't know how this is going to come out because I don't have a viewfinder, but we'll do the best we can. This is a quick walk around. This is the gas range. The lights are currently off. I don't know how the video is going to look for that. This is the sink area. And I'll turn the lights on and do a more detailed walk around. Okay, I'm going to turn the overhead lights on now. One of the first things you'll notice is why I hate fluorescent cans. They don't immediately come to full intensity. So we'll go back over here and turn them on in this area too. And here we have 3 cans. And out here there are a total of 10 hanging pendant lights over the work area. They're not on. I'll turn those on. They're LEDs, so they come on to full brilliance right away. They help a little bit for working, but mainly they're for atmosphere and background light. Let's go over to the pantry. Pantry has regular LED lights, so they come on full intensity right away. This is the pantry area for offline storage of appliances and food and things like that. This is the Tupperware cabinet. All right, looking now at the island, the countertops are granite, and they have a kind of a crazy variety of colors: oranges, blacks, primarily greens. The faucets are oil rub bronze from Newport Brass. One of the best things is the air switch for the disposal. Soap dispenser, dishwasher, air gap, and then pull-out faucet. The sink itself is copper, hammered copper from Native Trails. Dishwasher, all the appliances are Thermador. We had a recall on that. They wanted to replace the power cord, so they came and did that, no charge. This is one of the best things, I think. It's the trash and recycling area. Nice thing about the trash, you get a mess on the counter, you just wipe it into the trash, and of course they come on out. This is the gas range side of the kitchen. The cabinetry came from Lowe's. This is just a storage divider that we purchased later. They have soft close, which is nice, on both the doors and on the drawers. As I say, this is the gas range. You can see the flaming burners there. This is an extra high-level burner. If you look down here on the knob, it says X high, so it's bigger than the other burners. I'll turn the one behind it on. And if you can tell, flames are a little bit higher on the front one when they're at maximum. And then they have a range of settings. This is simmer. It's a pretty small flame, and then it comes down to extra low. At some point, it goes into a mode where it turns the flame off for a while, then turns it back on when it starts to cool off. I'm not quite sure how that works. I can tell you more about my power saw than I can this. It has an intensity modulated thing where it flickers on and off. This is the oven, racks, also Thermador propane, and the door is soft close too, which is nice. You can't slam that. The countertop edges are a chiseled edge rather than a profile or a smooth edge. We like the way that looks. Over here on this side, since the island is so big, he did a 3-layer edge to make it look a little bit thicker. Looking at the backsplash behind the stove, that's a large decorative tile that we got up in Encinitas from a local artist, Laird Plumley. This is the cooktop, or sorry, not the cooktop, the vent. And it sounds not unlike a jet engine when it takes off. It has built-in lights. We replaced the heat lights with floodlights to get even more light without the heat. So when everything's fired up, it gives you a lot of light over the cooking area. My one concern about it is it kind of overhangs the edge of the counter, and I'm always afraid I'm going to walk into it. Haven't done that yet. The vent top is the biggest one they make. I think it's 1,000 cubic feet per minute exhaust fan. It's kind of noisy. That's low. That's medium. And that's high. It clears a lot of air, but it sounds like a jet engine in your kitchen. So as I said, these are not heat lamps. They're regular illuminating type lights. This is the 3-part unit. It's a microwave, just kind of basic microwave. And then down here we have the electric oven. Again, the nice soft close racks and door. And then down below that is the warming drawer, which hasn't been used too much, but it is a nice feature if you have company. And it's a convection oven with lots of settings that I do not fully understand, but I can heat pizza. Originally, we were going to put a steam oven in, and so we have an outlet back there for it, but then decided that we were going to go with just a conventional microwave and didn't do the steam unit after all. So there's an outlet in the back of that cabinet. This is the refrigerator side, and it's built in obviously, and LED lights, etc. A fair amount of capacity. The handles were oil rub bronze. You'll notice the refrigerator, which gets used a lot, is showing a lot of hand wear. That's the living finish of the oil rub bronze. Over here is the freezer side. Has an ice maker. And that's the Thermador refrigerator freezer built in. The cabinetry, I don't know if I mentioned, was done by Lowe's, and it has knobs. I forget where we got those. I don't remember. I can find out if you really care. And then the wood finish on the cabinets is quarter sawn oak with pegs in the front. I would have preferred if the pegs were a more contrasting stain, but they're not. The thing that disappointed me about the cabinetry from Lowe's is that all of the side panels and all of the front panels are cathedral grain standard sawn. They're not quarter sawn. I thought that was kind of cheesy. The upper cabinetry, it's a 10-foot ceiling in the kitchen, is kind of up there, but we use that for things that we don't normally get at too often. So you can never have too much storage. The area up above doesn't have any lighting yet, but at some point in time I am going to put probably strip LEDs or something up there. And the same thing for under the counter. You can see the pigtails are hanging down, and I will be doing that at some point in time. The cabinetry over here, we have Lazy Susan, and then this is cookie sheet tray type storage, and then just more drawers. We didn't go for any built-in spice storage areas. That's just kind of what we put up there. And staples and things. And you can see that in the time that I've been talking, the lighting in the kitchen is up to full intensity, so it provides a reasonable amount of light. I just wish it came on right away. The granite countertop is cantilevered out to make a seating area, and then underneath there are some corbels to help support it. This is a quick look at the nook eating area. That's where we saw the mountain lion right out that window. We have the same Montana moss rock stone wainscoting that we have on the outside of the house, and then I put in the chair rail to cover the top. It only took me a couple of weeks of walking back and forth through the garage. This is the wood stove, which has been a nice addition. Burning construction scraps and manzanita stumps and things that are left over. So that concludes the kitchen tour. There isn't any storage above the hood because that's where the exhaust vent goes. And then up there, there will at some point in time be inside lighting so that you'll be able to actually see the vase behind the seated glass panels. Right now that the objects up there sort of get lost in the shuffle. And then more lighting planned for up there and for down here. We do have the wiring for it, it's just we haven't had the time to actually install it. I didn't want to trust the cabinet guys to do it. I'm kind of picky about things. So that concludes our tour of the kitchen and pantry at 948 Wild Rose Road. You can see the floor, very unforgiving when you drop something. It's flagstone, it's called Fall Fire. We actually wanted something called Autumn Flame, but the quarry had run out, so we switched over to this, which we kind of like.